Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome back to my channel. I'm back again with another pick a card reading. This reading is titled, What Healing Messages Do You Need to Hear for the Full Moon? So there's a full moon tomorrow in Libra, April 16, 2022. And if you know anything about astrology, you know that Libra is an air sign and Libra is ruled by the planet Venus. So what I'm feeling from the full moon, since full moons are about release, it's about releasing what we think love is and accepting what love actually is. Because a lot of times we don't truly love people. You know, there's this book by Bell Hooks, and it's called Care and Love. And she talks about the differences between when you care about somebody versus when you actually love them. So this full moon asks us to reevaluate love and also ask us to reevaluate the love that we have with ourselves and update our self-care practices and have honest, open conversations with our partners and people that we really value, because Libra also deals with partnerships and it also deals with balance. So a lot of people are going to be working on balancing their connections and setting boundaries and all that good stuff, all this good energy coming in. Anyways, we have 3 piles today. So I have some herbs here. So we have some juniper berries for pile 1. We have some rue for pile 2. And we have some patchouli for pile 3. So what healing messages do you need for the full moon? So without further ado, let's get started. But before we get started, just know that this is still college edition. And if my roommate walks in, if you hear any noise, just please disregard that. Okay? Okay. So let's get started. So we're going to get started with pile number 1. If you chose pile number 1, what do you need to release for the full moon? This is your reading. So with the juniper berries being here, this is a herb that is used to guard against theft, accidents, and protection against ghosts. So you need to release your fear. What I get from you is that you're a very anxious person. You may even have an anxiety disorder, but it's like something that can be remedied, because I don't think that it's like out of hand, but at times it can get out of hand. So it's like I see you really stressing over things that you shouldn't have to stress over. I see you saying yes when you need to say no. I see a people pleaser, somebody that wants to make everybody happy even at the expense of themselves. And I feel like this is something that you learned in your childhood. This is something that was taught to you because you taught that you're of value when you're of service to other people. And while it is okay to be of service to others, you have to be of service to yourself too, because I feel like you get worn out trying to care for everybody else. Let's see what healing messages you need. So the first one we have is relaxation. Yes, and look at that big full moon. You need to relax. Pick up a book, get a glass of wine, get you a glass of coffee or tea or whatever you like to drink, you know? Relax. Watch a good movie. Listen to the radio. Go out and listen to some jazz. Go out and listen to some poetry, like an open mic night. But do something where you're relaxing and not working, because you're stressing yourself out. The healing message that you need to hear is that it's not your job to take on everybody else's problems around you. You can't care for them while not caring for yourself, because that creates that imbalance. And Libra is about balance. You have to get balanced and take care of yourself too, because it's okay if you want to be of service to other people, because you may have a job that requires you to be of service to other people, but you still have to be of service to yourself. Akashic Records came out, and we also have Seek Assistance. So I feel like with you, pile 1, there is some past life karma, but it's not any bad karma. It's just a lesson that you haven't learned. That lesson is you need to learn how to ask for help, because it says seek assistance. And these cards like came out right after each other, because this is number 43. This is number 44. 4 plus 3 is 7. 4 plus 4 is 8. So they're right by each other. And 7 is a spiritual number. And then 8 is about abundance. So Spirit wants you to ask for help, because that's going to further you spiritually. And it's also going to help your abundance grow, because you can't go at everything alone. I feel like you're somebody who's very ambitious, a very hard worker, but you try to take on too many tasks. You try to do too much. You try to do it all on your own, and Spirit is saying ask for help. This is the lesson in your life. Ask for help. The same way you love people and care for them, you can get that back. I feel like you're often resentful when you don't get it back, but it's because you're not being clear about what you want from people. Okay, so we have the 4 of Swords that came out in reverse, so you definitely need to relax. Like, that's reiterated. Like, all the stress and the worrying and the constant worrying about if people are safe. I feel like if you have children, you're often paranoid about that. Like, Spirit needs you to relax. because you can't be in 5 places at one time. It's like you're really stressed out about everything. You want people to always be good, but you have to understand that we're not always going to be good. And even though we won't always be happy, that's not a bad thing, because sometimes it takes pain for us to learn. Sometimes it takes pain for us to grow. So when you try to take that experience away from people, you're enabling them to keep doing what they're doing, and you're hindering their growth. Even when you think you're being helpful, like, people have to learn on their own. And sometimes it can also seem insulting to people when you try to do that, because you can make them feel like they're not capable of taking care of themselves, but you're just trying to help. You know, it's those two different sides, because I've personally experienced that. Like, I can say, like, in past friendships, like, I would always try to help my friends and give advice when it wasn't needed, and I can see how that can make people think like, you don't think I'm capable. So that's, I sense like, if you've had issues with people, this is the problem as well, because you want to be a helper and you want to help and say, and I feel like you don't know how to say no, and you get mad at people for asking you for things because you think, well, they should know. But no, you have to advocate for yourself and say, hey, I already have a lot of projects that I'm taking on, or I already have a lot that I'm working on, or I just want to relax and I don't feel like, doing what you're doing, and articulating that in a respectful way, of course, number one, where the other person can understand it, but setting your boundaries and knowing that it's okay. So your healing message is that it's okay to set boundaries. It's okay to say no, but it's also okay to ask for help when you can't take everything on by yourself, because you're somebody that juggles everything and then gets mad at nobody for helping you, but you have to ask for help. Look, peacefulness and letting go. Yes. Like, you have to look at, what I'm hearing? Oh my God, I'm hearing this song by Erykah Badu. It's like, bag lady, you gon' hurt your back, dragging all them bags like that. So you have to let things go, like things from your past, like whatever people did to you, because I feel like you hold grudges, like, and I feel you, like, I'm the same, and that's something I have to work on. I can admit that. But when you hold grudges, you can't grow, because what I've noticed from experience is that person, you're going to see them and it's just going to remind you of it all over again. That's why it's important to let it go so that you can heal and forgive. And forgiveness takes time. Forgiveness is not something that happens overnight or within a week. Like, it takes time. It takes effort. So your healing message is for you to let go of the past. Let go of what people did to you, because I feel like for you, you're holding on to a lot. Like, you've accomplished so much, but you're lonely because you don't trust people like that. And it's understandable that you don't trust people, but it's because of what you've been through. Spirit wants you to let that go and understand that just because you've met some effed up people in the past, it doesn't mean that that's who you're always going to meet in your future. And you've closed yourself off to love. Spirit wants you to open up that heart chakra. Listen to heart chakra meditation. Open up your heart to love, because you deserve it, because you are loving. Underneath that shell, that tough girl exterior, that tough boy exterior, if you're non-binary, just that tough exterior, there's still a loving person underneath, and that's you. You just been hurt in the past, and you've been guarding yourself, and you've become a workaholic to cope with that. But Spirit wants you to open up your heart. And relax more. Look at this peacefulness. Relax more, because you stress yourself out. You stress yourself out more than other people stress you out, because of your thought process. You could be a Virgo or a Gemini or just somebody with heavy Mercury energy, because you just think. And it's like you're trying to find a solution to everything. Or when somebody does something, you're trying to find, the answer to the behavior, but it's like, it's so vast and it's hard to just pinpoint just one thing. So you have to understand that there's going to be multiple meanings. There's just not one truth. Understand that. Like, your healing message is that there's multiple forms of truth, okay? It's not just one designated truth. Understand that there's different forms of truth, okay? Truth is diverse. Truth is not monogamous, okay? We have power and we have shmoney. So you make a lot of money. You make good money, because I sense somebody that is like business savvy. You make money. You're good with finances. Like, you have this power wherever you work. You could be, you could be a manager or just somebody that manages other people, but you have a leadership quality. But with that leadership quality, you have to balance you know, being open to people so that you can have opportunities, because people may perceive you as closed off. Even if you are such a helpful person, people can still sense that you're closed off because of what you've been through. So your healing message is to let the past go. And I feel like you should get into some meditations, because of all that going on up here, you need to calm your mind down so that you can relax and think more rationally and think more clearly and connect to your intuition instead of connecting to your fears, because fear is an illusion. Fear is an illusion. It's not really real. Let's get some charms. I got some new charms, y'all, so let's see. Spirit, what are the healing messages or any other things you want to say or add? Anything for the full moon? Oh, okay. We actually have a moon. We actually have 2 moons here. So you could be a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. Or you could have your moon in a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio, but the moon is here. So right off the bat, you are very emotional. Like I said, up underneath that exterior, that tough image that you try to put up, yeah, you're emotional, and it's okay. It's okay to be vulnerable. It's like you don't trust people because you're scared that they're going to use it against you. But it's just like you have to strengthen your discernment. Then you won't be worried about meeting false people. Even if we do have good discernment, we can still meet some crazy people, but we can't escape pain. Even if you close your heart off, you're still going to feel pain. Even when you open up your hearts and connect with people, you're still going to feel pain. So Spirit wants you to open up your heart, because either way, you can't escape pain. Nobody on this earth can escape pain. I can't escape pain. Nobody can, because it's a vital form of growth. It's a vital ingredient for growth. Let's say it like that. You know, it teaches you, it awakens you, even though it's harsh, you know. Look, you are sweet. We got the gingerbread. Yeah, you definitely are sweet. Okay, with this circle being here, this is definitely giving me the full moon energy. Yeah, so it's time for you to release, like, your thought process, because what it is with you is really your thinking. Like, your mind is so powerful, but you have to have control over your own mind. We have a squid right here as well. So you're definitely a water sign. We have a guitar, so listening to music or listening to some form of like sound will help calm down your mind. I recommend listening to like 432 hertz frequencies for you, because you really need to relax. So we have like a reindeer here, and we have a flamingo. So you may really enjoy like watching like a Christmas movie. The Christmas movie that's coming to mind is the Polar Express. Like, that may have been your favorite movie, and maybe it's just time for you to settle down. Like, the full moon is gonna be really helpful if you utilize the energy, like rest. You know, rest. You specifically need to rest because you're always doing something. Okay, we have an F and a V here. You could also have ADHD as well, so that could be why it's hard to calm down sometimes, but there are still remedies that you can use. We have another flamingo. Oh no, this is the same flamingo. This is the same one. So anytime I see flamingos, I think about being still or being patient. So your healing message is to be still, to relax. You don't have to get up and do too much. We have these initials F and V, so they may stand for something. And we have this pink bead, so again, very loving, very sweet. Let's get some more charms. Okay. Ooh. So we have a flower here. So a healing message for you is that you need to actually just really get, like, what I'm hearing is stop and smell the roses. Like, get out of your head. You stay in your head a lot. You could be an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, but you stay in your head a lot that you don't see the beauty in reality sometimes because you're so caught up in what other people think, and you have to help everybody and be a people pleaser. Like, this is a lot, and you don't have to take any of this on. Okay, so we got another snowflake. So again, watching some type of Christmas movie, maybe Charlie Brown or something like where you can connect with your inner child too, because I feel like you've lost like your way when it comes to play. Like you work, but you don't balance that with play. So your healing message is to learn how to balance work and play. So you also have a cross here. So you could be religious or spiritual, but a healing message for you could be to go to church. Maybe you need to hear something that the preacher has to say. Maybe it's a sermon that you need to hear. Or you can go online, like there's online churches, but find some type of spiritual community or spiritual guidance, because there's something that you need to hear beyond this reading. Beyond this. That's what I'm being told. And we have these two suns here. So Spirit wants you to know that you shine. Like, you literally got the power card. Look at that yellow. That's solar plexus energy. You shine. But you overthink so much. You overthink. It's like you have imposter syndrome in a way. Like, you are so great. You're amazing. You're brilliant. Like, you're a brainiac. You're so smart. You're great with numbers. But it's still like you keep thinking the worst about yourself. So you need to heal these negative thought patterns, because you're a great person, but you're the one that's blinding yourself from seeing that. Okay, Power One, you're the one that is not seeing that about yourself, because you're very successful. You know, you have everything in order, but you have to get your mind in order, because your mental is going to affect everything else. Your mental is going to affect your emotional. Your emotional is going to affect your actions. You know, your actions are going to affect other people, and your actions may even affect your own health or somebody else's health. So you see what I'm saying? You got to release. Okay, you got to relax and sit down. I know you want to do something, but your worth is not based upon how productive you are, or how much you accomplish, or how much you do. Your worth is simply defined by you, whatever you want to define it as, because you have that power, nobody else. Okay, let's move on to pile 2. I hope you enjoyed that, pile 1. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know if it resonated. So let's put these charms up, and let's move on to pile 2. Let's move on. Okay, so you chose pile 2 with the rue. This is your reading. So rue is a herb about returning negativity back to its original life source. And this could be used, if you like to do spell work, this could be used for like reversal spells. But this is a great herb like for protecting you from negativity. So what you need to release is negativity. Like, you have to release not just negative thought patterns like pile number 1, but it's like with you, it's kind of like you entertain it. And it's not that you're entertaining it to be petty. Well, sometimes. I sense that from you sometimes, but it's because you really believe it. And I feel like you believe what people say to you because it's like reminding you of your childhood trauma. So you could have been bullied. You know, you could have went through a lot of verbal abuse, and sometimes you meet certain people that say certain things that abusive family members said to you, or they say something that you could have also been in an abusive relationship, because I'm getting like releasing relationships that didn't serve you, releasing the negative relationships instead of blaming yourself, because it's like you have this energy of like being an empath and then attracting narcissistic people and then not seeing that, you know. So you could very well be, because I'm hearing Pisces, so you could be a Pisces or you could be a Taurus. There's different energies coming through. You could be a Leo. Like, I don't know, like different ones are coming through as soon as I start saying it. And then the last sign that's coming to mind is Capricorn. But overall, you need to release your exes. You need to release like past relationships or past friendships too, because this is dealing with connection. I thought of something else, but I cut my own self off for what I was thinking. I hope the thought comes back to me. Anyways, let's see. Yeah, love, look. You have to release like past relationships, because I feel like this is the romance pile. Not all the way, but for some of you, it is about releasing your exes, because they don't serve you. Like, they're in the past. They're in the past. We got to let the past go. Like, sometimes you want to think like, why did my ex do that to me? Why did this person do that to me? Like, one thing I've realized from doing that, because I used to be like that, like always trying to analyze my exes, always trying to figure out like, why did they do this to me? But it's like, you will really sometimes never know, because sometimes that person doesn't even know. I remember one time I had a really deep conversation with somebody, and I asked them like, hey, why did you do this to me? And they were like, you know what? I honestly don't know. So some people really don't know. And it's like with you want to know the answer. Like, you're somebody that wants the clarity. You want to know why it happened, but it don't always play out like that. I feel like you're somebody with integrity, but you've met a lot of people that don't match that energy. Let's see. True future. And we have magical protection. So a healing message for you is that you're protected. Even when you think that, you know, people have plotted on you and you think it worked, you're protected. A healing message is that you're protected. You could also be a Scorpio, because there's a scorpion here, but you are protected. Look, got this light surrounding this person. You are protected. You're protected from meeting these harmful people again. I feel like you're further along on your healing journey than you think, but your block right now is not releasing this, because you want to hold on to it, because you want to be right. And guess what? They were wrong to do you like that, but holding on to being right, All it's going to do is hurt you, because even if you are right, it doesn't mean that this person is going to fess up. It doesn't mean that they're going to admit and say, hey, I was wrong to cheat on you. I was wrong to mistreat you. I was wrong to talk to you like that. I was wrong to talk about you like that. It doesn't mean that these people are going to be accountable. So Spirit wants you to release it. Let it go. I know you're waiting on the clarity, but you don't need the clarity. The clarity is in their actions. The clarity is how they treated you. There's nothing else to see. There's a quote by Maya Angelou that goes, believe what people show you. When somebody shows you who they are the first time, believe them. These exes, these friends, and these toxic family members, they've showed you who they were plenty of times. So now it's time for you to believe it. It's time for you to set these boundaries, because some of you may even still be involved with these people. You don't need to still have your exes on social media. Delete them. There's no more, oh, I need to prove to them what they lost. They know what they lost. Some of these people know that you're a good person and don't really care, because they can use you. They can take from you. They know that if they come back around, you're going to welcome them with open arms. And Spirit is saying, you need to cut it. I'm hearing that song, you need to cut it. Like, you need to cut it. You need to cut these people off. The healing message is that they don't deserve you. They don't deserve you. With true future, Spirit is saying you need to relax and stop worrying about your future. And these people don't belong in your future. That's the healing message. These people were never meant to be in your future. Some of you really were under the impression that this was a soulmate connection, or you really like had a close connection with a family member and you really thought you could trust them. And the same thing go for like a best friend, but it's like you realize that that person was not who they said they were. They were not meant to be in your future. It's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking to grow up with somebody and you think y'all are going to get successful and be around each other, and it doesn't work out like that, because you never know people's true intentions until you really observe them. And with you, it's like you give people the benefit of the doubt, and that's why you didn't speculate any of this. But Spirit is saying it's okay, because you trusted these people and you didn't know that they were going to do this to you. So stop blaming yourself. A healing message for you is to stop blaming yourself, because you are lovable. You are worthy of love. Just because they couldn't appreciate your value or see it, it doesn't mean that it doesn't exist. It doesn't mean it's not there. I wrote a paper yesterday actually, and I made up this analogy about strawberries. Strawberries are one of my favorite fruits. They are so delicious, right? They're so delicious. They're so beautiful. They look good, you know, they smell good. But guess what? There's still going to be somebody that doesn't like strawberries. There's still going to be somebody that's allergic to strawberries. And there's still going to be somebody that thinks strawberries are the worst fruit on the planet. However, does that take away from the taste of the fruit? No. Does that take away from the ripeness of the fruit? No. Does that take away the color? It doesn't take anything away. It doesn't take the sweetness away. That's the same thing with you. Just because these people couldn't value you and see your beauty, it doesn't mean it's gone. It doesn't mean it's not there. Just because they didn't see your worth, it doesn't mean it's not there. It just means that these are people that don't know how to value people. These are manipulative people. These are toxic people, and it has nothing to do with you. It has nothing to do with your personality or something you did. It has something to do with these people and their personality, because they like to treat people like this. It has nothing to do with you. Your healing message is that you can't keep taking this personal and making it about you, because it has nothing to do with you. These people that you were dealing with need therapy. They really need real life psychiatrists, because there's something going on that has nothing to do with you. Okay? Look, we have friendliness. So a healing message is to be friendly. Like pile one, you're a little bit closed off, but more, because you've been hurt so much. But Spirit is saying, look, you don't have to worry about meeting people like that. Like, that's over with, because you're learning to love yourself. That's why I said you're further along on your healing journey than you think. You literally have the card, love yourself. You're further along than you think. And that's why Spirit is saying you've learned about these people. You know the signs, you know the red flags. Now it's okay for you to get out there and find new people, because then you're going to see the red flags. Go out and actually meet new people. You'll be surprised. You might meet somebody that could be a lifelong friend or a lifelong partner. You never know unless you try, okay? A healing message is that things happen in divine timing. You may be feeling like, oh, I need to get married and have kids right now. I need it right now. But Spirit is saying you have to wait. Look, you see how the hourglass is running? That's how you are. You have to wait. You have to allow things to come to fruition when they're supposed to. I know you may think you're ready for something right now, but you're not. Here's another analogy. Think if you had a newborn baby. Would you put your newborn baby in a university? You would not put your baby in a university, because your baby is not old enough to be able to intellectually understand it, nor are they able to walk, nor are they able to talk or really move around for themselves. Exactly. So there might be things that you think you're ready for that you're not ready for. And it's a hard pill to swallow, because sometimes we think we've done the work, we think we're qualified, but Spirit is like, no, there's still more work you need to do, or there's still a person you got to cut off before this energy can come in, or before this blessing can come in. So just understand that. A healing message for you is, yeah, letting go of these people from the past. These people who were clearly at war with themselves. It didn't have nothing to do with you. It has something to do with them. Release the negative thoughts that they told you about yourself, because those thoughts are reflections of how they truly feel about themselves. The crazy thing about life is that we can never truly conceal who we are. The truth has to come out in some way. So with people like this, their truth is going to come out, but it's not going to be about themselves directly. They're going to put that truth about themselves onto you. That is called projection, because they know that it's them, but they're going to say that it's you because it makes them feel better. It makes them feel better egotistically, so they don't feel like they need to work on themselves, or that they don't have anything wrong with them. But listen, they do. And you have to understand that it's not you. Your healing messages, it's not you. For this full moon, release these people. You could even write letters to these people telling them how you really felt. You don't have to deliver it. I wouldn't even recommend that. But just when you get done, rip it up. And that can represent you being done with that person. You know, it can represent an ending. But do that as many times as you need to get rid of this person. You could make podcasts. You know, you could do creative things. You could make art. You could do art therapy to explain how that person specifically made you feel. You can make a painting about it. Like, there's so many creative ways. You can make a song about it, because I get that you're very creative too. So use your creativity to help heal you, because you're super creative. You have Be Kind and vanilla. So you may really like vanilla. That may be your favorite fragrance. I know it's mine. It's so beautiful, the smell. But Spirit's healing message for you is be kind to yourself. Like, love yourself, be kind, treat yourself with the same love and respect that you want from other people, because people notice how people treat themselves. If you treat yourself with the utmost care and love, people are going to treat you like that. You know, people see that you, when you take good care of yourself, you know. So speak highly of yourself. Like, it is okay to, you know, say nice things about yourself. You're not bragging. I feel like you may have grown up around people, or you may have even had friends that try to make you feel like you're bragging, but you're not. It's okay to excuse me, it's okay to celebrate an achievement. It's okay to be happy about something you create. It's okay to be happy that you look good and that you feel good, because I feel like you've just been around a lot of people that are trying to stop your shine, because I'm hearing showstopper. So you're a showstopper, and your healing message is to keep being yourself, keep looking cute, you know, keep dressing nice, like keep being you, even if people don't like it and get triggered by it, because that's not your responsibility. It's not your responsibility to make people like you. It's not your responsibility to take care of their insecurities for them, because that is an inside job and that's their job. Y'all got me feeling like a preacher. So you could be somebody that's a motivational speaker as well. Okay, let's get some charms. Healing messages, Spirit. What are the healing messages, or anything else you want to say? Let's see what we got for you. Okay, so you have the gingerbread pile. Oh my goodness. You have the gingerbread like pile 1. I think it just, oh, here it is. I was about to say, I hope it didn't go down my shirt. Okay, so the gingerbread is here. So you're sweet. You're sweet. So look, peace. You got the peace sign. So your healing message is to create more peace in your life. You can create more peace in your life when you're not trying to figure out why things ended. Like, let these people be. It's like, what I'm hearing is you're overly qualified for some of these people. You thought that you needed them. They need you. Look, you got to look. Didn't I talk about blessings coming in? You got this gift box. Something is coming in for you. That's why you have to be patient. Look, we got a star, showstopper, star quality. Look, in that lightning, you have power. Look. Power. Okay, so again, a snowflake. So, Spirit wants you to relax. And also, maybe watch a Christmas movie. It's something about Christmas and me, I guess, or with these charms, because it always comes out. So take what resonates, because it may or may not. We have a butterfly. So you're transforming. You're healing from all this. Like you've done so much. Look at, you got a moon as well. You have a D and a Q These could mean something. You have a 4-leaf clover. You got blessings coming towards you. You got the cherries, some sweetness. You have some things growing. You have some things coming towards you. Look, releasing negativity, this black bead, releasing all of that. Like, your healing message is to really sit back and relax because you have good things coming towards you. You have a lot of good karma. You do. Go watch my good karma reading. Look, you got a bow. You have some gifts coming towards you, honey. For real, you have the Star of David here. So this may resonate with you, or this might be like your family's religion. Take what resonates. And we also have a key here. With a heart. So it's definitely some gifts coming towards you. Or if you're a spiritual person, your gifts are going to be increasing. That's what I'm getting. What are the healing messages? Healing messages for the full moon. Another key. Another key. You're a star. You're a star. You're a star. That's the healing message you need to hear. You're a star. You are powerful. If you feel like every time you come around people, they feel some type of way, it's because your energy. We got the rose quartz crystal here. You're very loving. The healing message is also like, you're beautiful. You may be somebody that is very beautiful, like inside and out, but you don't think you're beautiful. Look at this little cat here. Spirit is saying you are. And to also step in your feminine energy. You're very in your masculine energy. You have to get into that balance of balancing that divine feminine and that divine masculine. You're too much in the divine masculine. So Spirit is asking you to step into your divine feminine so you can learn to receive, so that your blessings can come in more easily. Because that's what I'm hearing for you. We got the key again. Blessings, blessings. The letter L is here. Let's get some more charms, Spirit. Anything else? Okay. And then the last thing we got a flamingo like pal 1. So being still, being patient. We got another snowflake. Also, I'm hearing hot chocolate. So maybe you just need to tap back into your childhood things you used to do, like making hot chocolate. I couldn't say it. Making hot chocolate, doing things like that. But yeah, that's what I'm getting for you. And then we have this diamond here. This diamond. Also, I'm also getting like some art with this. So a healing message for you is to make art, because we have this orange bee, creativity. We have an orange card, creativity. So step back into your creativity, because you're a creative. You're a creative. Whatever it is you like to do creatively, whether you like to cook, sing, whether you like to like put outfits together, whether you're a spiritual influencer, a teacher, whatever it is you like to do, keep doing that, because Spirit is saying that it's all going to pay off. That's why you got the divine timing card. The healing message is that your hard work never goes unnoticed. You may feel like you work hard, or you may feel like you put out projects that people don't pay no mind to, but guess what? It's all going to pay off. So just keep going, because these are tests. These are tests. I feel like that's what the snowflakes also represent too. Test. Like, that just came to me, because you know how in the winter when it's really cold, and sometimes that cold can be so agonizing. That's the same way tests can come in our life. When we're tested by Spirit before a breakthrough, before something big comes in, it can feel like you are dying. It can literally feel like that. So if you've been feeling like that, a healing message is that it's going to get better, but you have to be kind to yourself in this process. Okay, pile 2, that is the end of your reading. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know if it resonated or not, and please enjoy your day. Let's move on to pile 3. Our last pile. Okay. All right, and then pile 3, this is your reading with the patchouli. So what you need to heal is your relationship to money, because patchouli is about money. And right here it says attracts love, increases passion, fertility, and lust. And it says very effective in money spells. So you need to heal your relationship with money, because you keep tying your worth to what you have materialistically. So if you don't have stuff that's up to date, or if you have something that's a little bit worn down, you get insecure about that. And your healing message is, I don't know why, but your ancestors are really coming through and saying, who the fuck cares? Excuse my French, but that's what they came through. It's like you have to stop caring about what people think about what you have. It's like you compare yourself, and maybe your family is like this. Maybe you have family members that try to make other people feel bad for not having something that they have. And Spirit is saying your worth is not defined on what you have. Wealth is not even about money. Like Bob Marley said that. Like your wealth and your riches is in your mind. It's in your knowledge. That's what your abundance lies in, your mindset. Because your mind creates reality. You can't. Your money don't create your reality. I mean, yeah, you can buy certain things, but at the end of the day, the money can't manifest it for you. You have to do that. So healing your relationship with money is going to help you. And also knowing that you're worthy. You may feel embarrassed to have nice things sometimes because you might have, I keep getting like your family is the type of people that try to judge you and talk about you. But guess what? Your ancestors came through and said, who cares? It doesn't matter, because your worth is not defined by what you have. Like I told Pal 1, your worth is defined on what you think about yourself. Okay, let's get into it. Openness. So a healing look, full moon, but you may even go back to Pile 1 because both of the cards that came out were moons. So definitely you need to heal and release, for this full moon. You have openness being here. So I feel like what you need to heal is childhood trauma, because I feel like you're very quirky, very unique. I'm getting a Uranus type of energy. So you could be somebody that has a lot of Aquarius placements, or you have this futuristic way of thinking and even dressing. And it's like you have to tap back into that, because you may even really be into astrology, but you have people making you feel like you were crazy because of it. Because I'm getting here that you've lost touch with your core, because you've listened to how other people have talked about you and said you were weird. You may even be the black sheep of your family. So Spirit is saying, get back into that. Be more open-minded to yourself. Like you were once open-minded before. Get back to that. Step back into that. Even if your family think it's weird or whoever, get back into that, because your ancestors said, who cares? You got to stop caring what they think. That's a healing message. Like you have to stop caring what your family thinks about you, because regardless if you're doing good or bad, they're going to talk about you. They're going to have something to say, because it seems like your family is the type of people that's just insecure. And it may be because they're in the older generation. You may be like younger but wiser, and you know more things, and that can intimidate your family. But a healing message is this: you will find people that love you. Even if your family mistreats you and make you feel like nobody cares about you, just know your soul tribe is coming. That's what I have to say. Look, temple healing. And we have fire spirit. Like, yes, tapping back into your inner child. Definitely. Because this fire is here, and it's giving me like a little kid being in recess. So stepping back into that energy where you were more playful. And then we have temple healing. So healing from your childhood. And at least starting that process. Because there's so much you have accumulated and you've learned about yourself that's harmful. It's not true. It's not factual. You have nature. So go out in nature. That'll be really healing for you. You have these 2 green cards. Yes. Detox your spirit. Go out in nature. Go out and sit there and relax. You have calmed down with this lavender. So yes, go out in nature. You will really benefit from some aromatherapy as well, getting you some oils and just really calming down, because I feel like you just been through so much at the hands of your family, and you also have some anger you have to release. You could also be a fire sign, Sagittarius, Leo, Aries, but there's some things you have to release because there's so much anger. There's a lot of anger here. Let's see what else you have. You have forgiveness. Look how the colors are coordinating. So these may be like significant colors to you. Purple and green. Because the way that they just came out. Forgiveness. So a healing message is to forgive yourself first and foremost. Forgive yourself for tolerating so much of this. Because it's like you went through this and you feel like you never defended yourself. So you resent yourself a little bit. But you have to understand that we don't get to choose like sometimes our family. Like from a spiritual perspective, there are some people that believe that we choose our life and we plan our life before we come here. And then there's some people that don't. But I'm talking about from like the standpoint now, not the spiritual point, but right now, like certain family members, we don't get to really pick them, We don't get to assign them certain qualities that we think they should have and how they should be. They're themselves, regardless if we get along with them or not. That's what I'm trying to say. So you have to work on forgiving yourself, because you can't blame yourself for why people have mistreated you. You can't make it seem like it's because I wore this, or it's because I talk like this or act like this, but it's because of them. It's really because of them. You have some haters in your family. Your family is hating on you. Like, your family is jealous because you have the freedom to be yourself. And when you stop being yourself, that made them more comfortable because now you've dimmed your light. Spirit is saying, get back up. Like, this is what I'm hearing. Get back up on that stage. Like, get back up on there. If you used to perform, get back up on that stage. Whatever it is you used to do, front and center, get back up on it. Forgive yourself, and then you can forgive them. You got to start with you first. A lot of people try to work on relationships with other people instead of working on themselves first, because you have to start with you. You're the blueprint. You're the starting point. You're the foundation for all of it. Look, we got Page of Cups in reverse. So you're waiting on apologies from people, like kind of like Pal too. Like, you're waiting on this apology, and you wait on your family to acknowledge that they're wrong. But let me tell you something, they already know that they're wrong. They just don't care. You're the type of person where if you do somebody wrong, you care. Like, you want to make amends, you want to apologize and be accountable. But you have to understand, not a lot of people have this quality. Not a lot of people understand the importance of being accountable, the importance of forgiveness, the importance of being honest. They don't understand it. They don't get it. Your healing message is that you don't need their validation. You don't need their apologies, because guess what? It doesn't matter. Like, when you understand that your family have 0% of power over you, you will flourish, because I feel like your family has told you so much about yourself and try to make you feel like what you're into is weird. Like, the scenario that I'm getting is this. If you're a person of color, you may have your family try to tell you, like, you act like you're white, or you think you're white, or certain things you do, they try to laugh at it. Like, maybe you try to change your diet, or maybe you try to light sage. There's something that you try to do that's unconventional to the culture, and they judge you for it. But Spirit is saying, keep being you, keep doing things outside of the box, because it's what you're meant to do. You're meant to be unique. Embrace that. Embrace that about yourself. Let's get some charms. Spirit is saying, embrace your uniqueness. Embrace it. Spirit, what message do they want? Okay. All right. Okay, so music. So a healing message is to listen to some music. Listen to some peaceful music. Listen to some music that can really relax you and calm you down. Or listen to some music that talks about what you're feeling, because I feel like you're afraid to really tell your family or really say how it is, because it seems like when you try to speak up, they make you feel like you're crazy, or they team up against you. But guess what? It's okay for you to speak your truth, even if nobody believes you. It is okay. Look, you got all this pink energy here. All this pink energy, because all these charms are like literally all pink, honey. And this has not came out with no other pile. So a healing message is that you are loved. You are loved deeply. You are connected to spiritual higher realms than you know. You're very mystical and magical, and this is something that you may not see about yourself, but other people do see, because it's just in the way you do things. If you're a woman, like, you have a goddess type of energy. If you're a man, you have a God type energy. And if you're non-binary, you can have either one, depending on which one you identify with. Okay, so this came out in pile 1 as well. It's crazy how all these piles are kind of linked together. Okay, we have a flower here. So a healing message is that you're growing. I feel like that you think the seeds that you planted within yourself aren't sprouting, but they will be soon. You are a star. You know what I'm hearing? You better shine on them, baby, you're a star. You better shine on them, baby, you're a star. So you're a star. Okay, all my pals are star seeds. Okay. So we have this moon here. Everybody had the moon. Everybody had the moon. So, yeah, confirmation. You have 2 moons here. Confirmation. Yes, the healing message is to feel your emotions. Like, allow your emotions to flow like the moon. Allow your emotions to flow. So we have some letters. We have a P, a Q, we have a F, we have a U and a G, and we have a V and an M. So also I want to say, like, you were born into your family for a specific reason. Like, you're the different one for a reason. You have this power, you have this pizzazz about you, because you make change happen. You shift things. You know what I'm hearing? If you're into like Orishas, Oya, maybe somebody that you're interested in, because that just came through. Okay, so we have this wing here. So you're unique. Like you have a higher way of thinking. And this is why your family could have told you that you were weird or tried to make you seem like you were crazy, but it's because you're on a different level than them, and it's something that they can see, but they can't understand it because it's not something to be it's not something that can be explained because it's on a spiritual level. It's not something that they can feel it, but they don't know the words to describe the vibration that you're on. So yeah, stepping back into things that were like in your childhood. And also we have this, like, we have two of these. So definitely stepping back into your inner child and getting back connected with things you used to be connected to, because that was you. That was truly you. Truly you. And it's something with Christmas with all the piles. I guess because some of these are Christmas charms, but it just comes out all the time, every time. So connecting with your inner child, you know. You don't even have to watch a Christmas movie necessarily. It could just be any type of holiday, any type of movie that you grew up watching, because I'm getting with the piles is that there needs to be something visual too, seeing it, being reminded of something that you used to watch in your childhood, so that it can restore that joy inside of you, so that you can heal. We have some cherries here too. So a healing message is to be sweet to yourself, be kind to yourself, and also maybe it's time for you to eat some fruits. It's time for you to eat healthier. A healing message too is to eat healthier. You may be binge watching shows and like eating a lot of junk food, but Spirit is saying like focus on your health too, because food affects your mood. So if you're out here just eating whatever you want to eat, it's fine, but have that balance, because that's what that Libra full moon is asking us essentially. Let's get balance. So have that balance. If you want to eat some fast food some days, it's okay, but make sure you're balancing that with adequate fruits and vegetables, you know, adding in you some nuts, adding in you some seeds, adding in you some protein, and just making sure that you're keeping up with your complex carbohydrates and staying away from the simple carbohydrates. Like, yes. I feel like I've been talking fast the whole time, but Pal 3, let's get you some more charms, and then we'll end your reading. Healing messages. Healing messages. Okay, so again, somebody's name could start with a J. Also, a Q, an orange star came out. You're a star. And this orange is about being creative. So maybe like doing some finger painting or some type of painting will really help you as well. Something with like paint or just watching paint. Maybe watching Bob Ross, because he's really great when it comes to that. So you got this present here. So I see for you also gifts coming through. But I feel like more so this is like your spiritual gifts. Like your spiritual gifts are coming through, because when you go in nature, you're going to start reconnecting. Because I feel like your family wanted you to disconnect from that part of yourself because it was powerful, and they knew that if you continued on with that, you could be big, and you're gonna be big. Like they can't stop anything, because your destiny is set in stone. God already had it written down for you that you were going to be successful, and they can see that. So that's why they work to stop it, because it's something about families where it's always a competition. I don't know why. I don't know if that's the point of us reincarnating and being in certain families. I don't know, but I just know that when it comes to family, it's always this dynamic of competition, especially if you are a person of color. You know what I'm talking about. It's always this competition. So Spirit is saying, don't compete. Don't even give into it. Don't even feed into it. Your healing message is to not feed into it. Like when your healing message is to stop giving your family your energy. Stop giving them energy. Look, stop giving them your energy. Stop giving them your attention. Move in silence. Stop telling them your every move. Stop telling them what you want to do. Like, move in silence, because with your family, this is not even the family that's meant for you. Your soul tribe is coming. That's the energy of all these piles too, because it seems like it's like a karmic shift for so many people. We've already canceled out the relationships with the people we're not supposed to be in. Now that the people that we're supposed to meet can come forward. So Spirit is asking you to be patient. You know, somebody wise told me, would you rather rush and try to build a connection with people that are not meant for you and get hurt? Or would you rather wait for your soul tribe and actually be enriched by these people? Because that's what they're going to do, enrich you. People that love you and care about you and that are genuine are going to enrich you, and you're going to enrich them. It's going to be this equal flow. It's going to be that balance. That's what Libra talks about, balance. But when you're dealing with toxic people, it's not going to be balanced. It's going to be unbalanced, and it's going to be unrequited love. It's going to be unreciprocal. But more so, Spirit is saying connect back to who you are. Connect back to your power. Your healing message is to connect back to your core. Connect back to the things that people used to make fun of you for, because that's where your healing lies and that's where your purpose lies. Okay? So Pile 3, this is your reading. Thank you all for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know if these healing messages helped. The full moon is coming up, so pamper yourself, take care of yourself, take a bubble bath, and really just do you. And set balance. Get balanced, okay? Okay. Peace.